I'm Brigham Larson with Brigham Larson Pianos. This is a 1962 piano that just came out of the shop. It was built in England, and it's a knight, as in knight and shining armor. Built, I think, was it in London? I can't remember if it's in London. I know it's in England anyway. Which is kind of cool, because there aren't many pianos that are built in England. They were one of the original manufacturers going way back, going back to the 18th century when pianos were new. Broadwood was an English manufacturer. Erard during the French Revolution. So now we're talking like 1790s. Erard originally was a French guy, but because he wasn't a noble himself, but because he was associated with nobles. And the French revolutionaries did not like anyone associated with the nobility. So he fled to England, and he started manufacturing pianos in London in the 1790s. And that's like, there aren't very many. There's not a huge history of piano manufacturers, and Knight was one of them anyway. So that's kind of part of that English piano making heritage, and they're really good. They're what you would expect from the British. Just very fine attention to detail, I would say. So this is a cool piano. I've seen a handful of these. They've been sold they were sold, I think kind of mid-century in the United States, Knight brand. And so I've seen a handful of them around, not a ton of them, but I can think of a handful of customers that I've had over the years that I've been tuning for that have owned a Knight brand piano. It seems like most of them are people like in their 70s and 80s, and there's one now that he would be almost 100 years old, a customer that I had back 20 years ago, 10 years ago, that is now deceased. He'd be about 100 years old now. He had a Knight. So, going by that logic, when they were kind of in the piano buying phase of their life, when they had kids, would put it about 1960s is when I'm guessing that they were kind of most popular in the United States. And that fits with this one too, 1962. Okay, this piano is a 41-inch console, which I think is really good for a living room. Not very imposing at all. And I think as far as design, it really has a pretty unique design. We don't see many pianos that look like this. It just really doesn't look like anything that we see in American manufacturing. So by this time, this piano is about 60 years old. Pianos, by this time, they desperately need to be refurbished. This piano is actually really good condition, so rebuilding is not necessary. That would be totally overkill, but refurbishing, absolutely. So the kinds of things that entails would be reshaping hammers, alignment, lubrication, tightening, full regulation, leveling the keys, ensuring that the distance between the keys is correct, and all of the other regulation distances. Actually, since we happen to have Katie right here working on some regulation, we can kind of see what that means. So what she's doing, she's working on a brand new piano. So I guess that actually sort of bolsters my point that even brand new pianos, when they're straight from the factory, they need little adjustments. So a 60-year-old piano absolutely is going to need a lot of adjustments. So what she's doing right now, she's just going through, it looks like just tightening screws, because screws get loose and that causes lots of clicking and clanky. If you've ever played a piano that is just kind of noisy, clicky, clanky, then likely it's something as simple as loose screws. There are literally several hundred screws on a piano action, so there's a good chance that some of them will be loose. But then beyond just tightening screws, it's also alignment. A lot of things no longer align right as they're supposed to, and then regulation. If you bring the camera around this side, regulation is everything from under the key, where the key engages at the bottom of this whip in here, to ensuring that distance between the jack and the hammer butt is correct, And here's the let-off button right here. That has to be just right so that that little jack toe right here hits the let-off button at exactly the right moment, which causes that hammer to right here. When that jack pulls away, it gives that little pop. That's called escapement or let-off. That's what makes a piano a piano. Anyway, there's a bunch of them. So thanks, Katie, for perfect timing. And then, of course, we go through and regulate the pedals. Piano has been completely refinished as well. So from a finish standpoint, this piano is in excellent condition, in A condition, because of our refinishing shop. That they just do an awesome job. So the piano's gorgeous. So let's just hear it. Really nice sound, especially for a 41-inch console. Consistent, easy touch, and the tone, I would say, is more or less middle of the road, maybe slightly on a little bit the kind of a brighter, poppier side of the spectrum, like of the brighter, poppier side of middle. And yeah, super cool piano. I really like this little knight. Come check it out. And by the way, this piano is a unique one, or unique to a degree enough that people might want to consider shipping it. We ship pianos all over the country. We've shipped everywhere, and you would think that such a massive, heavy instrument would be prohibitively difficult to ship, but it's not. It's totally doable. We've shipped all over. We take care of all of logistics. So just let us know, and we can get that taken care of for you. Thanks for watching.